All right, welcome to your 3-minute crash course. And on this week's full-length podcast, Bob, we get to rant and rave about your favorite topic, why email sucks.
Why email sucks, Jed. I know I'm in a minority opinion here, but I'm used to that at this point.
You are maybe in a bit of a minority opinion, but I think you make some good points as to why email might suck. And then in the full-length version, we talk about the things you might be able to do to make it suck less, I guess. But let's kick it off with why you think email is such a bad, evil thing.
That's what we do here at Wiley Manager. We make things suck less. Honestly, why email sucks? Well, email sucks because it's a time killer. We mistake this for work all the time, and it's actually not even close to being work almost all of the time. So it's a time killer. There's some people that spend 2, 3, 4 hours a day on email, and they have to keep in mind that they've actually been hired to do something else, and email, in fact, is just a tool or hopefully an enabler of getting some other things done.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be. So this is reason number one why email sucks. The second one is that it's just not an effective way to communicate. So the way I would delineate it is that email is very efficient at moving information around. Right? So if I want to move spreadsheets or I want to move information or things that are not at all controversial or emotional or things that are binary in nature, things that are yes or no type answers, black and white type stuff. Great. Email's a great way to move that stuff around, right?
Right. If it's not requiring a conversation,
right,
it might be okay. But if you find yourself having conversations on email, you could be in some trouble.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got something that's gone back and forth a dozen times, it's time to pick up the phone and actually talk to somebody, right?
Well, maybe don't wait till a dozen either.
Yeah. So. It's not. So it's an efficient way to communicate. It's just not an effective way to communicate. How's that, huh?
I like that. You summed that up quite nicely.
Yeah, thank you very little. The other problem with email is that chime, right? It's we are trained like Pavlov's dog to every time the email chime goes, well, who's trying to get a hold of me? Yeah. So this is another reason that makes it very evil, right? So there's no reason that again, there's exceptions, right? Your wife's 11 months pregnant. Of course, you want to be ready for the call, right? Yeah. But in the vast majority of cases, there's no need for that, and the Pavlovian response makes email that much more dangerous and evil. And I sort of sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's a distraction of the worst kind.
Yes, it's like Close Encounters of the worst kind. Yeah. So and then finally, looks and feels remarkably like work, which I already touched on earlier. So in the full length podcast, Jed, we look into what you can do to make the incoming email less evil. Okay, so all this barrage of information that comes to you, what you can do to sort of manage it as a person alive and in the new millennia. And we also talk about how you as a user of a person that sends out information, how you can do a better job of sparing others the pain of email. So we look at all these things in the full length podcast.
All right, very good. And to get that full length podcast, you can pull that off of iTunes. Just search out Wiley Manager. You can also get that on our website, wileymanager.com.
We'll see you next time, Jed.
Thanks, Bob.